scripture says in John 14, verse 29, "And now I have told you before it comes to pass, that when it comes to pass, ye might believe." God speaks ahead of time to better prepare us for the future. By so doing, He gives us hope to walk with Him in every situation. In the year 2017, He spoke through His servant, Prophet Anyangwe Sebastian, while he was sitting in his living room, showing him a new era of what the world will become in the future, wherein civilians and the military were forcefully removing their presidents in many countries of the world.
There's going to be more attacks on countries' leaders because of lack of trust and justice. There's going to be attack on these countries' leaders, malfunctionings, manipulations, and also fraud and poor management. Leaders will lose trust on their people because of the way they will handle management of the country, and the people will riot. They will pull down the leaders. They will remove them from throne. They will dethrone so many of them. Some of these things will take place in Africa and everywhere in the world. They will put them down. The masses themselves, they will be the one to do this work because of poor management, because of injustice, misappropriation of funds.
Breaking news, we are learning that the playbook, and we've seen this, we saw this in Sri Lanka a few years ago, we saw this in Bangladesh last year when Sheikh Hasina, longtime ruler in Bangladesh, was ousted August the 5th, 2024. She was again escorted in a military chopper and given safe passage to India. Now the same playbook is playing itself out in Nepal. It is digital frustration, young people on social media venting about corruption, about inflation, about dynastic politics, about lack of jobs. It is exactly similar to what played out in Bangladesh last year and what played out in Sri Lanka a few years ago. The Nepalese youth turned against the existing political parties, the Nepali Congress, the UML, which was a ruling party, just like how in Bangladesh the young people rejected the established parties, the Awami League and the Bangladesh National Party.
Because of poor management, because of injustice, misappropriation of funds.
Leaders of a military coup in the West African nation of Mali say that they will enact political transition and fresh elections within a reasonable time. This after Mali's president Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta announced his resignation just hours after being detained by armed soldiers. His ousting following months of protest over corruption and economic mismanagement.
And the people will riot, they will pull down the leaders. They will remove them from throne. They will dethrone so many of them.
Well, army officers in Burkina Faso have announced the overthrow of military leader Paul-Henri Damiba. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has been declared the new head of the West African country. On Friday, explosions and heavy gunfire were reported near the presidential palace in the capital, Ouagadougou. It's Burkina Faso's second coup in just 9 months.
Niger's army has declared its support for the soldiers who say they're ousted or have ousted President Mohamed Bazoum from power. The head of the army said he was pledging allegiance in order to avoid a deadly confrontation between various military forces. A group of elite troops detained President Bazoum at his palace on Wednesday, claiming it was a coup.
Gunshots outside the presidential palace in Niamey. Soldiers fire into the air to disperse protesters. As members of the Presidential Guard say they had overthrown the government and detained Niger's president.
And the people will riot, they will pull down the leaders. They will remove them from throne. They will dethrone so many of them. Some of these things will take place in Africa and everywhere in the world.